Hi, I'm Mandy. This is a quick hip opening vinyasa practice with plenty of core. It won't take you very long to complete and you shouldn't get too sweaty, but you will work a little bit in this practice. And you're probably short on time like I am, so let's get started. I'm gonna have you turn toward the front edge of your mat with your ankles crossed. And then you're just gonna slide your butt back a little bit and press your knees in just a little bit so that your heels and your knees are roughly on the same plane. So nice and tall, let your hands rest on your knees. Head is centered right over the shoulders. Taking just a couple of breaths here to center yourself before your practice. Cultivating sensitivity in the body and awareness for the body. Use your hands to scoop your knees upward as you lean back. Slide your feet in, ankles are crossed, coming into just a nice mild vinyasa, and then cross the other ankle in front. Lean forward just a little bit. Slide back, scoop those knees in, coming into the Navasana. Other ankle in front. Maybe leaning a little bit further forward this time before leaning back. Cross the other way. No need to come further if that's not going to work for you at this stage in your day. But if you'd like, you can start to deepen. Working those ankles a little bit more forward than they would be in the Sukhasana. It's not an easy pose. It's the Agni Stambhasana fire log pose modified. Make sure that the front surface of the belly is tightly drawn back. Let's just do one more on each side. Coming back up to vertical, scoop those knees in and hug them in towards your chest. Maybe even tuck your chin. Plant your feet, scooch forward a little bit and roll down onto your back. Hug your knees into your chest, rock a little side to side. Send your right leg up toward the ceiling and your left leg forward. Just hover the heel right off of the floor. Draw down the front surface of the belly. And then interlace your fingers behind the back of your head. So we're going to come back to that pigeon shape on your next exhale. Turn your right knee out, bend it. Bend your left knee, bring your right ankle to the front of that left thigh. And then return to the split position, right leg up, left leg forward. Exhale, come back to crunch into the figure four. Inhale, back to the split. Head comes to the floor, elbows wide. Exhale, crunch up. Inhale, widen and split. Let's do two more. Last one. Hold here, nice and strong. Drawing the belly back, breathing. Take your peace fingers of your right hand to your right big toe. Extend that right leg up and your left leg forward. Left palm is going to be on the left thigh. For now, the head and shoulders are still lifting. And then slowly bring your head and shoulders to the floor. It's okay if your right shoulder is way up. And if this is too tight for you, just hold the back of your thigh with your right hand. Just do what you gotta do. Now send your left arm out to the left. Go ahead and look at that left thumb. As you bring your right leg out to the right, any amount. And I know it's early in your practice, so your leg doesn't need to come to the floor. Goodness no. Your left glute and your left thigh, though, they need to be pasted down to the floor. Still keeping that awareness of your core, your breath. And then on your next exhale, you're gonna draw both knees into your chest, hug them with your arms, rock a little side to side. Now this time, your left leg you're gonna send up toward the ceiling. Your right leg you're gonna send out toward the front of your mat. Make a basket behind your head with your hands, draw down the surface of your belly. And then on your exhale, when you crunch, your left ankle crosses in front of your right thigh. Inhale, open up wide, the legs, open up the arms. Exhale to crunch. Inhale, open. Let's do 5. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now this time, guys, you're gonna hold on, hold, crunch, belly is burning. One more breath. Let's take the left peace fingers and hold the left big toe. Send that foot up. Send your right leg out toward the front of your mat. Right palm on the right thigh. Shoulders are shrugging. Head and shoulders lifting. And then bring head and shoulders down. It's okay if the shoulders are still shrugging. It's okay. It's also okay if your left hand is holding the back of your calf instead of your big toe. Let's send the right arm out, way out to the right. Turn your face towards your right thumb. And then slowly open your left leg out to the left. Now again, it's not so much important that your left leg come down to the floor. It's mostly important that your right glute, your right thigh remain pasted down. It's also not important that you're holding your big toe. You could be holding the back of your knee. You could be holding your ankle. You could even put a block under your shin. It's just gotta work for you. Now we're gonna bring that left leg back in, right knee in, hug. Rock a little side to side. Soften your neck, plug your shoulders back. Hold lightly behind your thighs with your hands, rock and roll yourself up to your seat, cross your ankles, plant your hands, and step back to downward facing dog. And then in downward facing dog, really claw the floor with your fingertips. Press down the heels of your fingers. And then the lightest part of your hand is actually the heel of your palm. It's the heel of your palm. That's the lightest part. Heels of the fingers are heavier. Fingertips are light with effort. Walk your feet a little bit closer together. Keep your weight moving back towards your feet as you send your right leg up high behind you. And then exhale, bring your right knee towards your left elbow. Now it's not important that your knee touch your elbow. Reach your right leg back up. This time, open up the hip, point the knee at the sky. Exhale, you're going to coil and bring the right knee toward the left elbow. For you to actually get your knee to your elbow, open back up to the three-leg dog, open. For you to get your knee to your elbow, go ahead and close it down. You would have to compromise so many things about your good, strong yogic posture. So don't do it. We're going to do it 2 more times. And I would like for you to go really, really slow. Take your time. Pretend you're moving your body through honey. Good. This last time, your right leg is going to come up. You're going to open up, point the knee at the sky. And then exhale. As you coil in, bring your right knee to your left elbow. Go ahead and land your knee to the left thumb. Land your right hip. Spin to face the long edge of your mat. Turn your left toes up. And then spin toward that left foot. Maybe your hand is going to reach around the calf. Maybe it's going to reach the foot or the pinky toe. Belly is drawn back. And then inch your right foot towards your inner left thigh. You're gonna need that there for the next pose. Belly is strong. We're gonna open back up. Bring your right palm out to the top of your mat. Lean into your right shin and open to a modified Vashisthasana. And then bring your right hip back down, sweep your right hand toward your left foot, and just rewind, open back up. Modified Vashisthasana. That was 2, this is 1. Modified Vashisthasana. Make sure that your right hip is right over your right knee. Hold here, pressing down your left sole of your foot. And then bring your left palm to the floor. Come back to the downward facing dog. Paddle it out. Fingertips press down. The lightest part of your hand is the heel of your palm. Now this time your feet are going to come a little closer together. Weight is back toward the heels. And then send your left leg up high. Exhale, coil the knee into the chest. Left knee toward right elbow. And then open up into that 3-leg dog. Kneecap looks at the sky. So we're going to open up into the 3-leg dog. And then, once again, knee toward the elbow. Don't compromise so much to get it there. Just keep it coiled and then open up, 3-leg dog open. Let's do 3 more. Here's your last one. This time, hold, coil. Bring your knee down towards your thumb. Land your left hip on the floor. Spin toward the long edge of your mat, turning your right toes up. And then inch yourself around into that twist to reach for the outside of the leg. And then from here, you're gonna inch your left sole of your foot towards your inner right thigh. Let's open up, back up toward the side of the mat so that the left palm can ground. Spin onto the shin, left shin. Reach your right arm open, stack your left hip over your left knee, modified Vashisthasana. And then send your left hip back to the floor. Twist towards your right foot. Open up again, modified Vashisthasana. And modified Janu Shirshasana. Modified Vashi. Modified Janu Shirshasana. This time, guys, open up, stay open in the modified Vashi. You may need to shift your left knee so it's directly under your hip and really press those hips forward. Plant your right foot. Bring your right palm to the floor. Come to the downward facing dog. Spreading out your toes nice and wide, pressing down into your fingertips. Once again, your right leg will rise up. And then as you exhale, bring your right foot between your thumbs. Spin to the left. All 10 toes spin to the left. Walk the hands to the left. 2 legs nice and long and strong. And then fold. Wide leg forward, fold. Prasarita Padottanasana. Press your hands firmly into the mat. Lift up halfway with a long spine. Turn your toes out and your heels in and squat down. You may need to shimmy a little side to side to get everything to agree on where it's going to be. Sinking your butt as low as your knees. Bring your forearms one at a time to your inner thighs. Turn your palms up. Breathe. Turn your right toes toward the front of your mat. Spin your left heel toward the back of your mat. Use your left hand to peel your ribs open. Left thumb toward the left shoulder, and then fire. Reach the arm over the ear. Uttita Parshvakonasana. Keep that right knee deeply bent. Open yourself up to Virabhadrasana 2. Spin your right palm up, left palm to the left thigh. Come to the reverse warrior with a deeply bent right knee. Back to the Parshvakonasana. Forearm to thigh. Left hand Left thumb glides past the top of the head. Parsvakonasana, deep bend the knee. Come back to that goddess squat, forearms to the thighs. Breathe. Don't hate me, I know. I am aware, I'm doing it too. And then bring your hands down, spin your heels out, fold, Prasarada Padottanasana. Palms plant, lift up halfway, long, strong spine. Turn your heels in, your toes out, squat down, forearms to thighs, sink your butt. Smile. It's not gonna hurt anything, right? Now lean to the left. Turn your left toes toward the left short edge of your mat, your right heel back. Use your right hand to pull your ribs open. And then ready, thumb to the shoulder, aim, and fire. Reach the arm over. Nice deep bend to that left knee. Open up Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2. Keep sinking into that left thigh. Reverse the warrior. Right hand to right thigh, left arm over. Nice deep bend to that left knee. Back to the Parsvakonasana. Forearm to thigh, peeling open. Ready arm, aim, fire with that right arm. Strong right leg. Back to the goddess squat. Hold on. Hold on. One more breath. Okay, heels go wide. Fold in. Straightish legs. Prasarada Padottanasana. Press into the hands, lengthen the spine. Spin yourself back around to the top of your mat. Send your right leg up and back. And then keep your hips piked back. Pull your right knee into your chest, but keep your hips piked. Don't coil forward. Send that right leg back, and then pull the knee in. Send it back, and pull. Back, pull, back, pull. 5, 4, is your belly strong? 3, is the weight in the heels of the fingers, and 1, send it back. This time, knee to the right thumb. Slide your left knee back. Sitting down onto that right hip, and if your hip won't come quite to the floor, go ahead and throw a blanket under there, because it's important that you have contact between your right thigh, right hip, and the floor or some object. Press up long and tall. And in any amount, fold in. Press your palms down into the floor. Tuck your back toes. Return to the down dog. Feet are a little closer together than hips width. Use this good strong technique in your hands. Send your left leg up high. And then keep your hips piked in the down dog. Pull the left knee in towards your chest. And then swing it back. Let's do it with control. 3 more times. So you want to feel the front of your thigh squeeze and then the back of your thigh squeeze. One more time, nice and slow and deliberate. And then we'll swing. Knee in, send it back. 5, 4, 3. How are your hands doing? Is your core on? And 1. This time, knee to chest, coil forward. Bring your knee to the root of your left thumb. Slide your right knee back. Lift up at first. And then fold in any amount. Could have elbows on some blocks or a cushion. You could just have your elbows on the floor. Or you could slide your arms out long and come to your forehead. Press your hands down. Rise back up to vertical. This time now lean into your left hip and swing your right leg around. Feet are flat on the floor, belly is strong, spine is long. Coil the knees in towards your chest. Lift your feet off of the floor. Reach your arms forward, arms in between those knees, and then press your heels into the floor just outside your mat and burn rubber. Send the legs out and long. And now you're going to burn rubber the other way. Lean back like Navasana. Dig your heels down as you coil yourself in, and then burn rubber. Each time, leaning maybe a little further forward, but of course, you don't have to. If that doesn't work for you, don't do it. The beauty of practicing at home in front of a computer monitor, a tablet, or even your phone is you can do exactly what you want. And then sometimes that's also not the good thing, right? You may not push yourself as hard as you could if you were in a class setting. Let's do it twice more. Maybe your forward fold is getting a little bit deeper each time. And this is the last one. Reach and then any amount fold. Could use some blocks under your elbows or possibly under your forehead. Don't worry about how wide your legs are. You should be feeling a nice stretch in the inner thighs, the backs of the thighs, maybe your low back as well. And as long as you've got that, you're doing great. Press your hands down into the floor, rise up with a long spine. Scoop your knees in as you tilt your pelvis back. And then scrunch forward a little, roll down onto your back. So your feet are flat, and you're gonna press down into the feet so that you can lift and shift your hips to the right. Cross your right thigh over left thigh. As you draw your knees in, it's not ankle over thigh, it's thigh over thigh. And then guide those two knees over to the left with the twisted roots. Now, your knees are not going to come all the way to the floor. It's more important that your right shoulder is on or very near the floor than your knees. In fact, you could even throw a blanket under your ankles. That's my preferred way to be in twisted roots. Well done. So you're going to unwind your legs, search for the floor with your toes, and then come back up. Once again, the right knee is going to come into your chest, and you're going to make a half happy baby with that right leg. Your left knee, though, is going to wing out. If you like, you can rock a little side to side. Very good. 2 feet are flat on the floor again. Press down into your feet. Lift your hips and shift them to the left. Cross your left thigh over your right thigh. Draw those knees in. And then carefully drop them over to the right. You could double bind your feet, your ankles if you want. But that may not work so well if you don't have something to put under your shin or your knee. That's just a little too much tug on that side. Left arm opens out to the left. Remember, it's more important that your left shoulder is on the floor than your knees. Use your hands to help you unwind your legs. Bring those feet to the floor. Bring your hips back to the floor. This time the left leg is in the half happy baby. The right knee is winging out. The shoulders are plugging down. The neck is relaxed. Just place the sole of the left foot against the sole of the right foot. Shimmy a little side to side. Get your glutes flattened out underneath you. Reach your arms up overhead. Hold your opposite elbows in your hands. If that's possible, if it's not, you can hold your opposite wrist or even your opposite fingertips. Bring your arms back around to your sides, but not so close that your arms can touch your clothes. Palms of the hands are turned upward. And then one at a time, you're going to send your legs out long, heels toward the corners of the mat. Toes flopping out to the sides. Low back is neutral along the floor. Just take one more breath in this active doing part of your practice so that when it's time, you can fully descend into the being, the letting go, Shavasana.